Hi, my name's Claire. Welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I'm going to be doing a family tiny house in The Sims 4. So I built this space for a family of 5. We are currently in the living room slash primary bedroom. This is a Murphy bed if you can't tell, and so we are just going to be kind of keeping this space very clean, but I did add a little bit of like clutter here, but it's not like too obvious. I feel like in small spaces you do really want to keep the space clean, and so I wanted to do that here. I do try to like add some like cool items here and there. I do have dressers on each side of the TV for the parents, and then I use these same dressers for out the build like for the other two rooms. Yes, this is a 3-bedroom house in 100 tiles, and so we are just going to be going in and adding some little knickknacks on this bookshelf. So this house does have like a lot of entertainment items. I do manage a computer later in the video, but it is a little bit awkward space maybe if you are one of the parents. So we are just going to be using these pictures from the Tiny Living pack. I change them into these plant pictures, which I feel like I use more often than the other swatches, but I thought this would be a good like holding place for a gallery wall. If you want to play in this house, you could easily replace these pictures with like other family photos, or maybe your Sims and artists, and so you can have like the pictures that they do on here. And I did thought this would be a better feature wall, so that's why it's going to add some like texture to the space, and I thought it would be good since that's like the first thing you see when you walk in to the house. And so we are just going to be adding this little mail holder. I thought this item is so cute, and some bags. I originally thought it'd be good to have it by the dresser, but I'm like, no, it makes more sense to have the bags by the front door. And so now we are just going to be going and adding some more pictures. I try to like focus on one space at a time, not like, okay, I'm in the picture mode now. I'm gonna go back through like all the house and add the pictures. And so again, just try and keep this space simple and clean. And so now we're just going to be adding some decoration onto the closets or the dressers, and just trying to have this space very clean. Sorry, I keep saying that, but anyway, we are now into the kitchen, and this space is very tiny, but it is functional. Your Sims can cook on the corner counter, and then the sink and fridge, everything is good. I did want there to be like a little bit of like open space in between this room and the living room, and so that's why it's not like a full wall where the oven is. Maybe I should have maybe not done that because there's like not really like a air vent like up at, but anyway, we are just going to be adding a trash can, and I do have this first floor on medium wall height, so I did raise the cabinets up just a little so the cabinets aren't clipping on the fridge, and just going to be adding some aprons. Again, such a cute item, and this one's in the base game, so we can all play with these apron decoration. And so now we are in the first bathroom of the house. I wanted to have one on the main level because I do have a room for an infant in this house, and I don't know if you can climb a ladder to bathe a infant. And so I thought this wouldn't be that big of a deal to have like 2 bathrooms in the space, because like RVs have 2 bathrooms sometimes. So having like a bathroom on each level might be efficient when you forget that it's not a Saturday in the game, and then your Sims all have to go to school at the same time and work. So now we are in the nursery. I was originally thinking of having like a toddler and an infant, but I do just have a infant crib. There wasn't enough space, although maybe with this function there wasn't enough space for like a dresser or a changing table, which I could not find to save my life. I was scrolling and scrolling, and it somehow all got cut out when I sped up the video for the speed build part of this, and so I don't know what happened to it, but anyway. We are just going to be adding a dresser, and I do change it to be the same dresser that is in the living room. And so now we're just going to be adding curtains, and I feel like this room is very sleek in a way. It's very clean and has just like modern twist, I guess. So if you want to download this house, first off, you can find it on the Sims 4 gallery. My ID is green_rose_sims, and then the name of the lot will be down in the description. But we can change it anything you want. I decided to have this like these cloud stickers for like a wallpaper, kind of like a custom wallpaper, and I thought it was super cute. And I kept this in the like kind of gray swatch to go with the new like bookshelves, which again, such a cute item, base game for the win. And so now we are just going adding these pictures of animals. I kind of thought before where it's like too much, and so I just get rid of the ladybug and have a dinosaur, bunny, and elephant. And I'm just going to be adding a little chair in the corner. I did want to have it like at an angle, but it did look a little closed, so that's why it just kind of straight on. But it's a nice little reading place for your Sims to read a book to their infant, and so we are just going to be now going upstairs and going to start in the bathroom. I originally thought I should have a shower bath combo, but then I'm like, wait, this bathroom's too small, so that's why there's just a shower. And I feel like this bathroom turned out pretty nice. It fits the space pretty well, has all of the essentials that you need. I even managed to get a non-functioning laundry hamper. You might not know what that means, but there's like laundry in the game, and then if you have a laundry hamper that's with that pack, then you have to do laundry in the game. So I didn't really want you to suffer through that. I mean, you can obviously add that if you want, although I don't know if there's any room inside the house, but we are just going to be finding a beds for beds. So we are just going to be using these ones from the base game, and I thought it'd be fun to have like the space themed bed by like the Starry Night wallpaper. And now we are just going to be working on a little desk area for one of the Sims, and I feel like this space turned out pretty well. I kind of go back and forth. I first started off with these smaller desks, but then I decided, oh wait, there isn't a computer, or I guess not decided, but I realized there isn't a computer, so I did exchange one of these desks for a bigger one. It feels like it just has more elbow room in a way. I know that doesn't really matter in The Sims, but if this was a real house, it would matter. So we are just going to be going in and add, oh, I guess we're adding both desks. I guess I wanted them to be the same, and so we are just going to be adding like chairs and just kind of making it a little study zone. I did want this to like be like a really like fun like kid, or I do feel like I did make this into a fun kid zone, but I did want this space to like have a lot of toys, but I feel like there's not really that many toys in the base game, and I didn't want to use like Parenthood pack or other like items like that, and so there's just kind of a big empty space in the middle. But if you have those packs, you can, of course, add like the science making kit into this area. And so we are just going to be adding a little unicorn. I wasn't really imagining this would be like a or I guess I wasn't imagining a specific gender. I was kind of like, oh, maybe like a boy and a girl. And so, again, very simple and easy for you guys to change if you want to play in this house. And so we are just going to be adding a little lamp from the tiny pack, and then going to be adding some other desk clutter and items. So maybe it wouldn't be like the ideal place for a computer if you are a parent, but maybe it's like the best place. And honestly, for me, it was the only place for a computer. And so we are just going to be adding some curtains into this room. I feel like curtains are the things I always or usually forget, and so I'm proud of myself for remembering the curtains in all of these spaces. So we are just going to be adding some kid posters and going to just be kind of wrapping up this room. I thought it would be fun to add a rug since I couldn't have like toys in the middle, at least not ones that made sense. And so we are now going to be going outside, and I've already added some items earlier in the video, and so we're just kind of rearranging them. But I did want this area to be like a fun place for the family to hang out, have like barbecues, maybe invite some friends over. Then I do add a monkey bars for the children, and I did forget about all of these new like infant play items, and so I wanted to add them in. And again, I couldn't find the changing table, but I feel like the best place would be next to the dresser. And so now we are just going to be adding or changing the color of the chairs, kind of making them match the toddler chair or the high chair, and then the play bassinet. And so we are just going to be adding those monkey bars, and we are getting close to the end of the video, so please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you like what you see. I post new videos every single Tuesday, so I hope to see you all next week for another Sims 4 video. If you want to play in this house, the information is down in the description. Bye!